Okay, good to see everybody again. Good to be back, and now that we're, kind of what I'd call mid to late January, we're starting to get in the conference part where things get going, and the routine of a Tuesday, Friday is here for the varsity guys to finish out the season, and our conference is as good as anybody's, and I'll get to that in a second. Last week we finished over at the North Kansas City tournament. With 2 wins, dropped the opener against Park Hill South, who we had played the Friday before, dropped to them by 3. Coach James was in last week to fill you in about that. Then after that, we were able to beat St. Pius and Truman. Truman's a conference opponent, so we'll see them 3 times this year guaranteed, potentially a 4th, depending upon how districts play out. But able to beat Pius, able to get Truman in overtime. In a game that they were really good. Truman hit 11 threes against us, really tested us and spread us out. So it was good to get that one, and then we were able to finish that tournament 2-1. Robbie had some outstanding performances in that tourney. I thought that McCaleb and Tyson also, as seniors, were really stabilizing forces for us, and so to go 2-1, and that was really, really important. And then last night we had Raytown come in for our first home conference game of the year. We were able to get Raytown last night 63-53, so moved us to 2-0 in the league. 10-5 overall, but to get that and protect home court for us was really important. Did a nice job jumping out, 26-10 to start, and then withstood a lot of the pressure and the run that they had with us. Sub-varsity-wise, our JV team is finally getting back into a routine of playing, so we'll start to see some more development with those guys, test those guys out. Our sophomores are really, really improving. Credit Coach Williams and those players that they're doing an outstanding job of getting better. When you have 8 seniors on the varsity team, the junior varsity, the sophomore, and the freshman programs are really important, because in a year from now when I'm talking to you, we're going to have a lot of roster changeover. And so it's really important those teams are playing well, and our sophomores certainly are. And then our freshmen have tournaments coming up next week as they conclude their seasons, and have had a really good year. Our freshman A team is developing, getting better and better, and our freshman B team's one of the better ones we've ever had, if maybe the best we've ever had. So encouraged about that. And then obviously our guys are just super excited for Friday to be able to have court warming. It's always a game that everybody looks forward to always have had great turnouts. Some of the games I can really remember here in our program history were our court warming games, as far as the excitement, the build up, the student build up about it. Just all the excitement around it's really, really unique. And then you throw in the fact that it's against Liberty, obviously adds some intrigue to it and some excitement, and we're excited about that, and we know how good they are, but what we're focused on is just getting a little bit better today, tomorrow practice, so we got a chance on Friday. So with that, turn it over to you guys.
So looking ahead, after this Friday's game against Liberty, you face them one more time. Does that make you excited? Does that make you scared?
So as far as opponent excitement, scared, everybody's scares the living crud out of me. I think everybody's like as good as the Golden State Warriors when we play them. So I'm convinced that everybody's going to beat us by 50 every time we play. Liberty is a unique challenge for a couple reasons. One, the emotion and excitement of the game from everybody outside of our team, right? So fans, students, parents, everybody wants to talk about the Liberty North game. That's different than most other games we play all year. In addition to the fact how good they are, they're really, really good, really, really good. They're experienced, they're seniors, and they beat us 2 out of 3 times last year. And if we didn't shoot it really, really well, they beat us 3 out of 3 times. They were better than us last year. And so they worry me because I think how good they are, more so than anything. But, I'm worried about everybody that we play, and I'll just focus on Friday. But they present a lot of challenges,
So Friday is coaches versus cancer. What's it like to play for something that's bigger than basketball?
Well, I'd like to think, Jake, that the excitement around the team and the program is because of the involvement that other people feel attached to it or feel like they're part of. And so when we get opportunities to do things that positively impact others, it's really important to us. The National Coaches versus Cancer initiative that's going on, really, really neat, and something that creates awareness for different people as far as how they're impacted by things. The crowd and the excitement about the game with Liberty, with court warming, and then you put that on top of it, I think our community and our school community has a lot of good opportunity to really do some things to help.
With a big player like Jalen Lewis in the upcoming matchup, what are some things you're doing to prepare for him specifically, and also a good team like Liberty?
So I'll answer the second part first. Jalen deserves all the credit, but the team is terrific. The team is terrific. They're a really, really good team. They play well together. They're tough. They play to strengths. They have inside outside. They have defensive matchups that they can really guard you with as far as what some of their strengths are. So they're a really, really good team. Jalen gets a lot of the attention, but I think that Jalen would say that, one of the reasons why he's able to thrive is because of how good the other players are. Jalen is phenomenal, as good of a high school player as you'll play against, and we've known that since we've started playing against him. He's phenomenal, but the other guys are really, really good too, and they pose a lot of problems in a lot of different ways. So, we'll be alert of Jalen, but we'll also, they got a bunch of other dudes that can play.
In our history against Liberty, we're 3-2 with all of our wins coming away from home.
Mm-hmm.
How does having a home court advantage help, especially with our student section behind you guys?
Yeah, so that's an oddity, right? Like, we've been so good at home. I think we're like a 73% win percentage team at home. And we haven't been able to beat them at home. So it's goofy in that regard. Our students are good. The good thing about our students and our fans is they're good home, away, neutral. Our people travel. Our people, are with us always. So I don't know if there's more pressure on the guys or they feel more pressure at home in the game. But like I said earlier about the games last year with them, they were just better than us last year. So home court, neutral court, they were going to beat us because they were just better than us in the way that they played and the toughness in a lot of areas. So we've got to be a lot better. But being at home is always more exciting and gives the guys hopefully a little bit more comfort, and we could use that to our advantage.
With a big conference win last night, how does that help you going into Friday?
Well, yeah. So any win's important. To win against a quality opponent like Raytown is really, really important, and then to do it the way that we did equally is important. So the fact that we were able to get that puts us in a unique perspective where now at 2-0 in the league, you got 4 other teams at 1-1, and then one team at 0-2. So to have that game lead with Liberty coming in is nice. You don't get that one, and then, you're a game back at Raytown, and so, there's added importance on this game. But I think that the thing to think about most is that anytime you can win in our league, you're going to feel pretty good about it because of the quality of teams and coaches that we've got. So we'll take it. I was proud of the way that we played after the initial 4 minutes, and now, we get the opportunity to have hopefully a little bit of momentum, but momentum's as good as we're going to play once the ball gets tipped on Friday. So with that, I'll wrap up. But obviously a lot of excitement about everything that's going on around here from the court warming perspective, from the fact that we've got 2 home games this week, but then also our girls team playing as well as they're playing right now, getting that win on Monday versus Raytown, giving them some momentum. They're playing really, really well. I'm really happy for them. And then playing before us on Friday, I know there'll be a good crowd for their game. They deserve it. They're playing in a way that is exciting to see, and so there'll be a lot of excitement hopefully throughout the building this week, and then leading up to Friday. And then I just hope we do our part and are able to play well, play efficient, and see where it goes. But we'll have to play really, really well, and I'm confident in the guys that we got that we got a chance to do that. So we'll check in next week and see where the chips fall. Thank you all.